Welcome to Lashback, everyone. I'm Natalian.
And I'm Phoebe. And this week we are going to be reminiscing about the 90s. I miss them.
Absolutely.
Do you?
I really miss them. And you know, that I was just going to start with this that I keep seeing these reels on social media about, and kids are talking about what they miss from the 90s. But the ironic thing about it is it's AI. They're not actually kids doing it. So they're going through saying, I miss, when you had to when you had to meet your friend, you went and knocked on their door or met them in the playground. Or on a Friday night, I'd go and get fish and chips in England in newspaper. Or,
Yeah.
but
And it's AI doing it. It's so weird. AI, that's a different episode. There's another AI artist turned up on my Spotify algorithm. Doesn't exist. He's got full album and like 50,000 followers on YouTube. Like, what are those? And I'm like, are those followers AI? What is real anymore? So like the 90s, I miss what is real. And like even to the case of my mate and I are going to meet, and we said meet at 8 o'clock at the cinema. You had to turn up at 8 o'clock.
well, you had to. You couldn't.
You can't be like, oh, I'm here, sorry, I'm running late.
No.
No texting. You have to stick to agreement.
Yeah.
You have to wait a week for the next episode.
Yeah.
All of these things.
Well, I found that talking about episodes is that there's just I'm watching about 4 different seasons at the minute because I kind of flicker, and there's something to be said about. I mean, I hate waiting for the next episode, so I like to watch a whole season. But then it's because I can. Whereas back in the day, we'd all be watching the same movie on a Saturday night, unless you went to Blockbuster.
Yeah, or the same episode of
And
the
you'd be focused.
show.
That must affect
Yeah.
your attention span, right? Because
It does. Sustained attention.
yeah,
Executive function of sustained attention is
you can't
very, very
pause it.
affected.
You can't pause it.
On-demand television, screen, brain-rotting algorithms. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And talking about AI again, you know what concerns me? And we've had a couple of episodes on AI, and we're going to continue as that evolves and we experience and research. But what makes me a bit nervous is, if you had a video, a video of someone doing a crime years ago, you'd be like, well, it's on camera. I'm sorry, but you did it.
The deep fake, yeah.
That's it, deep fake.
Have you watched Minority Report? Have you seen that
Not for
movie?
a very long time. Maybe I'll add that to my weekend movie list.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting. Preemptively uh
Is that what?
arresting people who are more likely to do crime.
Oh, is that what that was?
Face recognition in the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't remember what that was about. It's got Tom Cruise, is it?
Tom Cruise and Samantha Morton, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love stuff like that. The scary bit is it's real, right? And
It really is. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, the 90s, don't be a bit political. I also miss the Labour government that we had then, that we don't have now. But then there was a lot of other things, I couldn't have, it was fine to be really rude about people that are gay, or it was really fine to be really misogynist.
when you watch old episodes,
Don't miss as well.
yeah. I mean, you did a post the other day about Sex in the City, and I read it.
Hate that. So
Well,
always hate it.
I love it, but I read the article, and I've actually always thought those things. So just for the listeners' benefit, Phoebe posted an article that a girl in New York, believe, right, has done about Sex in the City, and she watched it, and she was, born when it started, so she hadn't watched it yet. And if you go back and watch the episodes, there's so many things that we wouldn't accept now, like sexual assault, a guy flashing you and you laughing it off, or
Yeah, like being really, really focused on what he thinks about you rather than
yeah.
That show always made me like bleh.
Yeah, I didn't see. I mean, I agree with you, but I completely see it different. I have an experience with that where all my girlfriends used to watch it with me at university, and we'd
They
kind
had
of
a
get together with a
social.
wine. Yeah, and we laughed at it. But in hindsight, when I watch it now, I do feel I'm like, ooh.
I've seen maybe 4 episodes of the whole lot, like around someone else's house, and it always left my blood boiling.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Why do you even care about this, Joe? Why? One of the things that article said was about why is Carrie even going out with that dude? He's horrible,
And I love
you
it.
know? And I was always like that. I always
It
had that.
ends well though, Phoebe. It ends well.
But
That's what I say.
I didn't grow up in a household with men. So
Mm.
I never ever learned how to shape my contribution for the male ego. I have, and I went to all girls school. I have in my early career and my early life in like society, everyday society, I have gotten myself into proper trouble, especially at work, because I've
Yeah,
said what I've thought, and that's what women aren't allowed to do. And
yeah,
that is changing, but it's still, some people are like really affronted by me because I don't go, oh, don't say that, I might upset him.
yeah,
Let's not
yeah.
say
Well,
that.
that's one of the things I love about you. But I was
Yeah,
talking recently. I went through an '80s movie marathon with my friend's daughter, who's 17, because she'd never watched things, and we watched everything from Lost Boys to.
dirty dancing.
We didn't get to Dirty Dancing, but that's on the list because we watched movie after movie. And Baby Boom, I think I mentioned this to you, and I think
Love that. I love that.
that. But if you watch that carefully, and this is going into the realms of what we don't miss about the '90s, really, because
Mm.
it's better for women and awareness of sexism and
Fusion and
feminism and all of those things.
aren't we?
But Baby
Yeah.
Boom is a key thing that if you watch that, and I think when I was watching it, I took my phone up and I actually videoed a scene where her boss, because she, inherited a baby from a distant relative, her boss said, are you going to be a mum or are you going to be, a partner in the firm? Because you can't have it all. He goes, I can,
Mm.
because I have my wife raising my children and I have it all, but you can't. And I was
Mm.
like,
And now in more recent years, we've got, the Prime Minister of New Zealand breastfeeding whilst she's given a speech.
yep.
The times really have moved on.
But going back to missing the '90s, because we're talking about the things that we don't miss at the moment. But
Well,
do you know, silly little things, just to take this to a little bit lighter hearted? And this is probably a question. So when I was growing up, because you went to Blockbuster to get your videos, your movies, if anyone doesn't know what a video is, it's not a
a,
video.
a,
Video.
a video
Yeah,
rental
a
place,
video rental. A
physical videos
VHS,
go into the machine, and then you take back.
and you rewind forward. But when you
I
went
mean,
to
the first Netflix I ever had was they then posted DVDs.
Yeah, they did when they first started. That was their first model. But when you went to Blockbuster, they had what they called like cardboard cutout stands and
Yeah,
posters, and you could get posters from the guy that worked at Blockbuster. So I had Dirty Dancing posters up, Top Gun posters up, in my bedroom. And every now and then they'd give me one of the cardboard cuts out of the new movie that had just been released, and you take
my
that
friend
home.
had Captain Kirk cut out.
Do you remember that? Do they have posters anymore? I mean, maybe
Yes,
niche shops, but I can't imagine kids have all posters on their walls, do they?
well,
Well, maybe boy bands actually.
obviously a cinema is going to advertise their program with a
Cinema's
poster.
dying though.
And I mean, print media is on the
Yeah.
way out. It's for sure. But also, I think there are some record shops, like a vinyl shop. There's one down the road from me here, Flashback Shop,
Yeah, but you're
and
in a
they sell
you're in a niche, really cool, hip
North
area,
North London.
North London, Crouch End, right? So
Yeah.
I won't give you your address.
Have you? I mean, you probably get them online. You don't get them in the shop anymore. You have to go on Amazon or
Yeah, you
something.
probably get them on online, but it's still different, isn't it? It's like that whole experience, right? And I'd get them from Blockbuster because they were bringing in new posters and new cardboard cutouts, so they were getting
Yeah.
in. They'd give them to the kids, you know. And like rewinding a tape was a bit of. I think I saw something online the other day, and it was hilarious because they're saying if you've got like, and kids of today won't understand this, but if you've got 20 songs on a tape, you listen to song one, you're halfway through song two and you're like, I want to listen to song one again. You've got to rewind it and then find the spot. If it's not the first song at the beginning, say it's the third song, for example, you've got to
Yeah, you've got to find it.
where's that song? And it will take you ages because it didn't just stop. Those things.
No, there was no marking
No.
technology on it. Like a CD was revolutionary because you could skip
Yes.
to the
You
beginning of the song. Well, you can do that on a vinyl because you can see the
can
grooves.
see the group, but you've got to be
It's like
careful.
but yeah.
But tape, that's real.
There's a whole generation of artists, right, and music consumers, and probably film consumers too, and and filmmakers, that that they bought, I don't know, bought the Rolling Stones album on vinyl, and then they went and bought it on cassette
Oh,
because it was available on cassette, and then they went and bought it on
CD.
CD, and then they've gone and bought the remastered vinyl,
Yeah, and then
and there's the Rolling
they've
Stones.
downloaded it. Do you remember when Apple iTunes first came out and you paid for them and downloaded them?
Downloads.
And I
Yeah.
always swore when I looked at my library and I'm like, I know I bought that song and it wasn't there.
Well, I mean, I uploaded all of my CDs to iTunes, and then I changed my laptop, and where did those songs go? Terrible.
We've all bought all of our songs a billion times.
And now songwriters get paid nothing.
Yep, because we're streaming.
Yeah, and Spotify's keeping all the money.
I always swore that Apple, I'm sorry, Apple, every now and then took some songs back because you had so many you'd never know. It's like stealing one penny from everyone's bank account in the world.
Yeah, and also they don't even get me started on, creators are meant to make money these days.
Yeah.
And on that note, I missed that about the 90s, the prospect of being an artist who could actually have a product to sell.
Yeah.
Rather than a brand or a name or a personality, an actual physical product. Which of course a lot of people still do. You can still buy physical products, but it's
not the same.
It's very different. And that whole kind of like walking around the shops on a Saturday, picking up bits and pieces, is now more doom scrolling through Amazon or eBay or whatever it is that you go.
I love going to the supermarket with my dad on a Saturday. It was always Saturday, and we'd go there, and I'd always want it to be just me and him, so my brother didn't have a choice in what we got. And I used to love it. It was time spent that you don't do as much anymore. I mean, I'm sure
No,
do this.
online.
So we do, or Christmas shopping, running around the shops on Christmas Eve because you haven't got all your presents, or
I still do that.
online because I just physically and because I'm in a different country, so everyone gets presents from Amazon apart from the people that get M&S hampers.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're getting it from one of those two places. But I missed that. I missed that experience, listening to the Christmas music while you're shopping. And I hate shopping, but I've got really, really good memories of that. I'm going to bring that into play.
It's the physical coming together that we've lost. I know we're talking about the 90s, but actually over the last 5 to 10 to 15 years of technological advancement, we have lost that ability to come together. And again, to harp on about my masters, my biggest learning from writing 12 songs about who is the Queen is the Queen gathers. We need to come together because there's, so much about our nervous systems that needs to be in the space of other people's nervous systems. And we're just being electrocuted by our Wi-Fi mildly the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to talk about other areas, and we kind of have crossed a few areas there, which I think is really valid. But the thing I'll leave on with the 90s is just hanging out with friends without your life being online.
Without your life being online and without scrolling, actually hanging out with your friends and knowing their phone numbers off by heart.
I mean, I know my brain's definitely probably suffered. Well, I would imagine all our brains and memories have suffered because we'd all have, at least 50 numbers in our head, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I know their number.
Yeah. I still know numbers from my childhood, like my landlines and all of that. I don't know.
Funny old days. But let's keep looking up. Humanity is strong and we will make it. And on that note, we will see you next week, listeners. Give us your comments and we'll speak to you soon.
Take care, guys. See you later.